It was called the heist of the century, not because it was bloody or violent, not because it was reckless or desperate, but because it was perfect. In the heart of Antwerp, Belgium, where 80% of the world's rough diamonds flow quietly through hidden hands, one of the boldest crimes in modern history unfolded. A heist so meticulous, so brilliant in its execution, it left police, insurers, and security experts utterly baffled. It wasn't the violence that stunned them. It was the elegance, the precision, the ghostly silence of it all. So it seemed. The Antwerp Diamond Center was no ordinary building. Inside, behind reinforced concrete, steel doors, and labyrinthine security corridors, sat billions of dollars in diamonds, gold, and cash. Its defenses were legendary. A lock with 100 million possible combinations, infrared heat detectors covering every corner, magnetic field sensors monitoring each door, seismic alarms attuned to the faintest tremor, and a private security team that never slept. It was unbreakable, unthinkable, untouchable, until someone broke it. Leonardo Notarbartolo, an unassuming Italian with slicked back hair, a warm smile, and the easy confidence of a seasoned actor. But behind the charm hid the mind of a criminal genius. He would later claim it was never meant to be a real heist, only an insurance fraud, a favor for an unnamed diamond dealer. But greed transforms intentions, and once the wheels began to turn, the machinery of ambition roared to life. Leonardo was no ordinary thief. He was patient, methodical, calculating. For years, he lived among them. He rented an office inside the diamond center itself, posing as a legitimate diamond merchant. He shook hands with the guards, traded jokes with the tenants, built trust. Every casual conversation, every shared espresso in the break room was another piece of intelligence quietly sliding into place. But Leonardo knew he couldn't do it alone, so he assembled a crew. The genius, an electronics expert who could dance through alarm systems like a ghost. The monster, a mountain of a man capable of bending steel and forcing locks when finesse failed. The king of keys, a locksmith so skilled, he once copied a master key by feeling its teeth through his pocket. And the ghost, a shadowy figure whose identity remains unknown, even today. They were handpicked, precise, lethal, bound by secrecy, loyalty, and greed. Their plan would take 2 years to prepare. They built replicas of the vault from blueprints. They rehearsed night after night, timing every movement, every breath. When the day came, they would move like clockwork. On Valentine's Day, 2003, while Antwerp's streets buzzed with lovers exchanging roses and promises, Leonardo and his team slipped into the darkness. They moved silently through service corridors, past checkpoints they had studied for years. Step 1. Blind the magnetic locks. With a carefully crafted aluminum plate, they tricked the sensors into thinking the doors remained sealed. Step 2. Freeze the infrared heat sensors, a mist of clear hairspray across the lenses, pausing the thermal readings mid-frame, freezing the alarm system in time. Step 3. Jam the seismic alarms. A hacked motor from an old vacuum cleaner, vibrating at just the right frequency, rendered the shock sensors useless. 3 systems, 3 silent kills. The fortress was blind. At 5:30 a.m., they reached the vault. 2.5 tons of reinforced steel, designed to withstand explosives, assaults, and the unimaginable. The King of Keys stepped forward. In his hand, a perfect replica of the master key, forged by months of study and micro-measurements. He slid it into the lock. A click, a breathless moment, and the vault opened. Inside, riches beyond imagination. 109 safety deposit boxes, each one a treasure trove of gold bars, loose diamonds, cash, and rare jewels. They moved quickly, yet methodically, selecting the boxes they knew from intelligence gathered over years, millions in wealth stuffed into duffel bags in the silence of early morning. By the time the sun rose, they were gone. No alarms, no broken doors, no guards alerted. The perfect crime. Monday morning. A sleepy security guard approached the vault for routine checks, swiped his badge, opened the heavy door, and froze. The deposit boxes had been gutted, lock mechanisms torn apart, papers scattered like dead leaves across the concrete floor, jewels vanished. Panic exploded across the diamond district. Police descended on the building. Forensic teams swarmed every floor. Cameras were reviewed. Alarms tested again and again. There was nothing. No footage, no prints, no forced entry. It was as if ghosts had walked through solid steel, and the world watched in stunned silence. Speculation burned through the industry. Some whispered that the guards were in on it. Some even accused Antwerp's own elite diamond dealers of orchestrating it themselves. But for days, there were no leads, until a mistake emerged. Less than 24 hours after the heist, a farmer wandering through the woods outside Antwerp noticed something strange: piles of trash, discarded packaging, and a half-eaten salami sandwich. Forensics swept the area. DNA was pulled from the sandwich, and the trail led straight to Leonardo Notarbartolo, arrested without a fight, calm, smiling. He knew it wasn't over. Leonardo was sentenced to 10 years in prison, but even after the trial, even after countless interrogations, the diamonds, the gold, the cash, almost none of it was ever found. Some investigators believe Leonardo stashed it away, hidden deep in safe houses across Europe. Others think the rest of the crew fled, vanishing into South America, Africa, where fortunes could disappear in the blink of an eye. And some whisper even darker theories, that it was orchestrated by powerful figures deep in the shadows of the global diamond trade, a deal too big and too dangerous to ever be revealed. Today, inside Antwerp's diamond district, security is tighter than ever. The vaults are stronger, the alarms smarter, the guards armed. But one thing can never be repaired: trust. Because in a world built on secrecy, trust is everything. And after that night in 2003, trust shattered like glass. In the end, the Antwerp heist wasn't undone by lasers or guards. It was undone by human nature, by pride, by greed, by one small mistake. A perfect plan, spoiled by an imperfect man. And the fortune, the jewels, the legend, still out there, somewhere, hidden inside necklaces worn by strangers, locked away in secret safes, scattered across continents, waiting, watching, whispering the story of the night the impossible became real. In the months that followed the Antwerp heist, investigators pieced together fragments of a shattered puzzle. They discovered how the crew had hacked the building's private security camera feeds, installing their own wireless transmitter, recording guard patterns for months without ever being seen. They learned that Leonardo, posing as a trusted tenant, had spent hours inside the vault complex, sometimes carrying a small aerosol of the same hairspray used to freeze the sensors the night of the heist, testing how long it would last under real conditions. They even found evidence of secret visits to locksmith workshops, where molds of keys had been shaped from memory and skill alone. But despite it all, despite the arrests, despite the interrogations, the diamonds themselves were gone. Some dealers, fearing tax audits and government inquiries, never reported what they had lost. And some whispered darker rumors that certain deposit boxes inside the vault had contained more than just diamonds. Unregistered cash, documents, secrets better left buried. If that was true, then the Antwerp heist was more than a robbery. It was a surgical strike,